A teacher at a Catholic high school gunned down on a sidewalk in North Park. What we've learned about the victim as police search for a killer tonight.
A mother calls for drastic change after her son died while hiking Mission Trails. What she wants added to spare others her pain.
While some industries have been able to work through the pandemic, San Diego's events and hospitality sector is effectively shut down. The struggles one family has faced over the past year and the small boost they got today.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
A North Park neighborhood taped off and filled with police after a man was found shot to death on a sidewalk. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. More officers were also posted outside of a Cathedral Catholic high school where that man was a teacher and a football coach. His death led the school to cancel classes today and offer grief counseling. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura spoke with one of his former players who was absolutely shocked to hear what happened. Anthony.
Steve, Kimberly, he said it was just unreal when he found out what happened. Now, it's been a very solemn mood here at this neighborhood in Kansas Street. Within the past few minutes, we actually saw some neighbors drop off a candle here and add it to the collection of candles and flowers there on the sidewalk. And people have just been wanting to know if there's an update, wanting to know if police have arrested anyone. They want to know more about the man who was shot. But let's take you back to what happened this morning. Here's video from Kansas Street shortly after 7:30 a.m. That's when police responded to the neighborhood to find a man shot on the sidewalk. Police have not yet arrested the person responsible. They say the victim may have been involved in some type of confrontation with another man. Now, shortly after the shooting, Cathedral Catholic High School sent out an email to families saying that one of their teachers, Mario Fierro, was killed in a suspected homicide and unfortunately died at the scene. Fierro, also a football coach. I spoke with a former player telling us Fierro was his assistant coach from 2015 to 2017, describing him as a mentor on and off the field.
He was also a father figure for a lot of the guys, especially in that the linebacker room. That's our linebacker room. He offered rides for guys who, struggle to get home after practice and whatnot, went out of his way. So just extremely kind and thoughtful soul.
And again, police are looking to make an arrest in this case. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. There's also been a fund set up to help his family. We have a link to that on our website, 10news.com. We're reporting live tonight. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Anthony. Former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer is officially running for governor. He posted a video to his website in the past hour making that announcement. In a tweet earlier today, he hinted at a major announcement tomorrow on Groundhog's Day. And Faulconer has been critical of Governor Gavin Newsom's handling of the pandemic and supports the recall effort currently targeting Newsom.
The county just announced where its fourth vaccine superstation will open tomorrow in the East County. That site will open at the Grossmont Center Shopping Mall in La Mesa. Sharp Healthcare will run it. It will be open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. And as with the other sites in the county, it will start by administering 1,000 doses a day with the goal of eventually reaching 5,000. This site joins the other superstations that have already opened at Petco Park, the old Sears in Chula Vista, and at Cal State San Marcos, which opened just this weekend. We know there are a lot of questions and different experiences with the vaccine rollout, so our ABC 10 News in-depth team is committed to tracking down the answers and sharing your stories. Just send us an email to tips@10news.com. Also tonight, the county's 14-day rolling average for positive cases continues its slow descent. It's now down to 8.5%. The county reported its smallest number of new cases since the end of November today, just over 1,000. That pushes our total to 239,000. And as is usual on a Monday, there were no new deaths reported today.
Elementary school students are back in the classroom in the Poway Unified School District. Many were welcomed back for in-person learning this morning. We spoke with some parents who said their children were struggling with online learning, and they believe the interaction of in-person learning will make a world of difference.
It's a whirlwind of repeat and hope, and we're glad to get some semblance of normalcy, and the school's been really good about just engaging with the kids as well as keeping them safe and protected.
The students have returned on an AM/PM schedule. The district says it won't be able to bring middle and high school students back into the classroom until the county moves into the state's red reopening tier. Currently, we remain in the purple tier.
County data shows that there were fewer outbreaks during the most recent lockdown. Our partners at KPBS report that restaurants, which were limited to takeout only, saw a drastic decrease in reported outbreaks. A professor of epidemiology at UC San Diego says that suggests people listened to the order and went out less often.
According to the state data, they determined that the mobility of people, the movement of people that they track, using anonymized data from our cell phones, showed 40% less movement in the community in all places. It's agnostic to which places.
Since the pandemic began, the county says there have been more than 1,100 outbreaks, those in restaurants and retail, in community settings. They account for a small portion of our total numbers, 7,600 cases and 27 deaths. And you can track the latest coronavirus and vaccine developments with the ABC 10 News app. You can find it for free in the App Store.
You would have to be a skilled hiker. And I think even for skilled hikers, I wouldn't try to cross it.
There are growing calls for change after a 21-year-old man died while hiking Mission trails. Investigators believe Max Lanai slipped while crossing the San Diego River. And now his mother wants to see a bridge built so no one else gets hurt. ABC 10 News anchor Vanessa Van Hefty shares the video his mother says proves how dangerous it is.
He was so full of joy and laughter.
21-year-old Max Lanai died doing what he loved.
He was never happier than when he was outside climbing.
His mother, Lori Yoler, says he had just moved to San Diego from Palo Alto and couldn't wait to show her.
One of the few 21-year-olds who's begging his mother to come visit him and stay with him.
Sunday, she left flowers where he slipped and hit his head off Mission trails.
That's his big brother, Alex, who, like me, had to see the spot.
This is video of her and her eldest son trying to piece together what happened, but she wasn't prepared for this. Watch as the two struggle to cross.
Saw a family with a baby in a front carrier and another 4-year-old starting to go across, and I was sitting there in panic and I couldn't watch anymore because I thought right while we were there trying to see the spot there was going to be another lost life, and I was absolutely in terror.
Yoler says moments before this video was taken, this dog had to be rescued.
I was absolutely shocked at how slippery the trail was, and I was watching, we were watching families cross, and we were watching people cross with dogs, and we saw dogs who were slipping and who were clearly in distress.
On Friday, when Max fell, San Diego saw freak hail and rainstorms. The San Diego River much higher than this. This is the only way to cross.
I just don't understand why there isn't a bridge there, and why there aren't huge signs saying treacherous, slippery path. For right now, I was actually very surprised there weren't signs put up while we were there and people turned around with families.
Tonight, a call to action by this mother and on Facebook to build a bridge. Yoler says Max wanted to be a doctor to help other people. She's hoping this effort does just that.
He made me every day want to try to be a better mother because I needed to live up to the son that he was.
Vanessa Van Hefty, ABC 10 News.
The city of San Diego owns and maintains Mission trails. We've reached out to the city for comment. We will let you know when we hear back. And the woman accused of setting fires that threatened homes in Carlsbad last month pleaded not guilty to arson. Investigators say Dawn Crawford started several fires along Park Drive while strong Santa Ana winds blew in San Marcos. One of those fires grew to 3 acres and forced hundreds of people to evacuate their homes. Investigators tracked her down and arrested her 3 days later. She is being held without bail and is scheduled to be back in court February 24th.
Police are still searching for more people involved in a fiery hit-and-run crash late last night. That crash happened on the 94 in Lemon Grove around 11 o'clock. Police say a sedan crashed into a pickup truck, which then caught fire. Some Good Samaritans stopped to help get people out of that truck. They say when they went to check on the people in the sedan, they were threatened with a gun. The people inside, described as teenagers, got out and ran off. One of them, dealing with a serious injury, fell to the ground and was taken to the hospital. Police are now looking for the others involved.
The Coast Guard and Navy today unloaded more than $200 million in drugs seized from smugglers in international waters. The haul included more than 11,000 pounds of cocaine, 9,000 pounds of marijuana. A crew aboard the USS Gabrielle Giffords and 3 other Coast Guard crews made the drug bust between October and December.
From detection and monitoring to the interdiction, the prosecutions, this is the cycle of justice, truly an all-of-government operation with teams that are working 24 hours a day on behalf of the American public. We are disrupting the flow of drugs at sea.
The USS Gabrielle Giffords returned to its home port here in San Diego last night.